left some funny things. One of the things I left was all these suns. And then we spray painted them a bunch of fun colors.
I love that.
And made them crazy and exciting. So anyways, we left a lot of interesting, fun things. Bless you. So I was thinking about how I have this tendency to run really fast in life, right? Like, I'm like, okay, do more things, do more things, do more things. And I was thinking about that this morning because that's why I hated Forrest Yoga. Is because I hated Forrest Yoga at first because it made me sit and hold poses and be in myself and be in a little bit of that discomfort, and then things would start to bubble up and I would have to feel and I'd have to experience, and I couldn't just keep moving through things. I had to sit with it. So I won't make you guys stay in poses extra long today because that's cruel for a Saturday morning, but just kind of playing a little bit with staying in a little bit of the discomfort and sitting with what bubbles up as we move through practice, and noticing even while we're sitting there and even when we're more in a pause state that there's stuff going on. There's this realignment, there's this shift that can be occurring even in those moments. So because you're all here, are there any requests, anything that you all are craving for practice this morning? Triangle? Okay. I love how specific your requests always are. It makes me happy.
I will always request hips.
Hips? Okay. I think pretty much everyone's like, yeah, I always want hips. Anything else? No?
Those yummy, like, these things, whatever they're like,
Neck stretches?
yes. Thank you for finding the words for me.
You just rode 11 miles. You can say whatever you want. All right.
It's not 11. It was 10 and a half.
I round up. If it's past 10.5,
Yeah.
it's 11.
Get here.
All right, let's do some yoga. Find a comfortable seat on your mat. Close your eyes and take a moment to shift around here. So allow for some movement. And eventually, over the next 3 or so breaths, settling into your seat. Find stillness. For some of us, there's that immediate resistance to stillness. So if that speaks to you, notice that. And choose to find that stillness. And then begin to fill up this pose with your breath. Fill up your awareness with that long, slow inhale, drawing the breath in through the nose. Noticing that pause at the top of your inhale. And allowing for that long, slow emptying out through the nose, all the way to empty. So we'll work collectively with this intention of pausing, staying a little bit longer. If there's something else that's arising for you, something else that's present, set an intention for that as well. Take a really, really deep breath in. And at the top, hold full. Lift up a little bit taller to the top of your head so you grow. And as you're ready, exhale out the mouth. Release. Again, like that, deep breath in. Awesome. Hold full. long as you can. Maybe it starts to feel uncomfortable. And exhale out the mouth, let it go. Last one like that. Go at your own pace. Huge breath in. Set up as tall as you can. Relax around the shoulders. As you're ready, sigh out the mouth, let it go. Then come back to that ujjayi breath. So that inhale through the nose. Exhale through the nose. And slowly opening your eyes. You're going to turn on your mat. So you're facing, well, let's extend the left leg out. Face whichever direction that will place you. Yeah. All right. Reach out through that right hand. Sit up nice and tall. On your exhale, relax the head over towards that left shoulder. So your head hangs towards the shoulder. Reach strongly through your hand. And then start to breathe. Yeah, you got it. Into the side of your neck. Maybe open and close the mouth a few times. Notice if your ears pop, maybe you can hear the lawnmower better, the birds. And then get keenly aware of what you're feeling. What sensations are present, less about what your mind is going on about, more about what you're feeling in this moment. We'll turn this into a heart opener. So left hand stays the inside of the thigh. Reach the right arm, start straight up towards the sky. Start to open up through the chest. Lean like you're trying to lean into a pole behind you, maybe a wall. Yeah, perfect. And then fill up the chest, the belly with your breath. See if you can balloon up through the heart and the belly with the inhale. Two more breaths here. And transition into the side bend. So take that right arm, reach it overhead so you get this long stretch along this right side body. Breathing here from that right sit bone. So right hip all the way along the rib cage, out through the fingertips. The arms reaching overhead, yeah. And turning into that basic forward fold, lower the right hand down. You may need to sit up first to turn your torso so that you're facing your left leg. And then on your exhale, just start to bend over that left leg. And it's less about how deep you can go, more about tapping into that sensation. Notice if you're distracted by something in the grass or a thought through your brain. Come back to sensation. Relax through the shoulders. Relax through the jaw. Inhale, walk your way back up. Bring the right hand back behind you. Prop up onto the right knee. Inhale, lift up and open. Should feel pretty good. Yeah, lifting through the heart, breathing into the whole front body. Exhale, ease your way back down to your seat, and we'll switch legs. So the right leg comes out, left foot comes to the inside. Left hand reaches back behind you. And then just lean slightly towards the right, so your head relaxes towards that right shoulder, breathing into this left side of the neck. Reaching strongly through the fingertips. Close your eyes and maybe move the lower jaw a little bit, getting that lip glide, jaw slide action. If you're lucky, your ears will pop. Transitioning into your heart opener, reach the left arm up to the sky, lift and open through the chest, yeah. Breathing into this left side of the chest. All the way through the belly. See if you can open up and puff up the belly a little bit more. Nice. And then move into that side bend. So take the left arm, wrap with the arm, reach the arm alongside the torso, reaching over that right leg. It's not about accomplishing anything yet. It's just about feeling. So if it feels painful to be in the pose, that's a good indication to come out of it a little bit, not going so deep. Deep breath in. Exhale, lower the left hand. Turn towards that right leg. Lengthen up to the torso. Exhale, fold over the right thigh. Moving into this basic forward fold. Soften through the shoulders. Feel for melting a little bit here. Creating some space in the low back with your breath. Creating some ease in these areas that are generally tensionful. Inhale, rise back up. Bring the left hand back behind you. Prop up onto the left knee. Inhale, lift and open. Breathing into the torso. Exhale, lower back down. And come all the way onto your back with your prop reachable. Fancy block or roll, whatever you've chosen. Oh, I did so much core work yesterday, I can barely move. It'll be funny to see what happens. All right, we'll start out with the basic elbow to knee. You guys, all might be lucky because that will just mean I'll do less of it for all of you. Interlace your hands behind your head. Stack your knees over your hips. Knees are bent at less than 90-degree angles. Take a huge breath. Fill up the back body so you literally feel the mid-spine press into the earth. On exhale, lift head and shoulders. Oh yeah, my abs hurt. Relax your head into your hands. Take a deep breath down into the belly. Hold that breath in. Curl tailbone up so the knees go higher up towards the tree limbs. On exhale, reach both elbows towards the left thigh. Reach right leg forward at a 45-degree angle. Pull low belly down. Awesome. Inhale, come back to center. Hold the breath. Press mid back into mat. Curl tailbone. Exhale, elbows towards right thigh. Reach forward through that left leg. Spread your toes wide. Pull belly down. Inhale, come back to center. Hold the breath. Press mid back into mat. Curl tailbone. Exhale, elbows towards left leg. Press the right foot forward 45 degrees. Spread your toes as wide as you can. Draw navel down. Awesome. Inhale, back to center. Hold the breath. Press mid back into mat. Curl tailbone. Exhale, elbows towards right thigh. Reach through the left foot. Pull belly down. Maybe tuck a little bit more. Inhale, back to center. One more round here. Hold the breath. Curl tailbone. Exhale, elbows towards left leg. Press through that right foot. Spread your toes. Pull belly down. Tuck a little bit more. Inhale to center. Hold the breath. Curl tailbone. Exhale, elbows towards right thigh. Reach through the left leg. Pull belly down. Tuck a little more. Inhale, back to center and release. Grab hold of your roll or your block, whatever prop you'd like to use. Place it in between your thighs, right up towards the pubic bone. Extend the legs straight up towards the sky. Now if this is pulling on your low back or hamstrings, bend the knees. Keep your feet active though, so the toes are spreading wide, pressing up to the balls of your feet. Interlace the hands back behind your head, working with 3-part twisting abs. Take a huge breath in. Hold that breath, press mid-back into mat, curl tailbone up, squeeze your prop, exhale, lift head and shoulders. Yes, squeeze a second time, pull belly down. Inhale, keep head and shoulders up. Squeeze your prop, curl tailbone, exhale, elbows towards left thigh. Squeeze a little more, pull belly down. Inhale, back to center, hold the breath. Squeeze. Curl tailbone, exhale, elbows towards right thigh. Squeeze a little more, pull belly down. Inhale, back to center, hold the breath. Squeeze your prop. Exhale, reach torso higher, reach legs higher, pull belly down. Inhale, lower head and shoulders, huge breath in. Top of your next inhale, hold the breath. Squeeze your prop, curl tailbone up, exhale, head and shoulders, elbows lift up. Squeeze a little more, pull belly down. Inhale, keep head and shoulders up. Squeeze your prop, curl tailbone, exhale, elbows towards left thigh. Squeeze a little more, pull belly down. Back to center, hold the breath. Squeeze, curl tailbone, exhale, elbows towards right thigh. Squeeze a little more, pull belly down. Back to center, squeeze your prop. Exhale, reach torso higher, reach legs higher, pull belly down. And now lower head and shoulders, take an extra breath. We'll do one more round. Deep breath in. Holding that breath, squeeze your prop. Curl tailbone, exhale, lift head and shoulders. Squeeze a little more, pull belly down. Inhale, keep head and shoulders up. Squeeze, tuck tailbone, exhale, elbows towards left leg. Squeeze, pull belly down. Inhale, back to center, squeeze. Exhale, curl tailbone, reach elbows towards right thigh. Squeeze a little more, pull belly down. We're almost there, come back to center. Hold the breath, squeeze your prop. Exhale, reach torso as high as you can. Reach legs as high as you can. Draw navel towards spine. And inhale, release. Set your prop aside. Let's do some windshield wiper legs. So walk your feet about mat width apart. Exhale, knees over to one side. Feet stay touching the earth. Inhale, back through center with knees. Exhale, over to the other side. And just move a little bit here, side to side with your breath. If it feels delicious, you can stay for an extra breath or so. And coming back to center, setting up for bridge pose. So reach down with your fingertips, graze the back of your heels. Just making sure the knees are directly over your heels. On your inhale, peel your spine away from the mat, lifting into bridge. Keep pressing down through your feet, lifting up through the hip bones. Close your eyes, tune into feeling. So notice that desire to go into lists, maybe what you want to do today, what you want to eat for breakfast. Notice all those things. Maybe I just brought up 10 thoughts for you. Instead of going with those, come back to your body. And really focus the breath in this frontal plane. So you feel the chest rise with the inhale. Feel the abdominals expand with the inhale, all the way into the hips. Notice how the back body contracts to support you. And just notice as we stay here maybe a little bit longer than you're comfortable with, how your muscles start to give you feedback. Maybe your legs start to shake or your glutes start to fire. Match that intensity with your breath. A few more deep breaths here. exhale, tuck tailbone. Slowly roll your spine back down to the mat. Release your back body, either pressing the thighs away or hugging your knees to your chest. A little rocking action side to side if that feels good. And roll over onto your left side. Press your way up to a seat. And come all the way forward onto your forearms. Make sure your elbows are directly under your shoulders so you can grab hold of the opposite upper arm with your hands. And then place the forearms back onto the mat, either parallel to one another or hands clasping. Take a huge breath, lift up in between the shoulders so you feel your head pull further away from the ground. On your exhale, tuck your toes under, lift your hips to the sky, coming into Dolphin. So head is away from the mat. Yep, that's it. Toes tucked under. Nice, Louise. And then really activate through the core. Yeah, that's it, Lisa. So you feel the abdominals engaged, so your spine grows a little bit longer. And then bring that breath back in. Notice how it easily slows down and stops as you get into challenging positions. Keep that breath going strong. Head is up off of the ground. You're really pressing into the earth with your forearms. You can always exhale out the mouth as the pose intensifies. You guys want to stay here for 3 minutes?
I'm sure we've already done 2.
On your inhale, extend the left leg up to the sky. I like the way you count time, Kathy. Spread through the toes.
That's how I count my age.
Shift more of the weight into your forearms. Notice how your core engages to create that lift. Exhale, lower the left foot slowly. Inhale, extend the right leg up to the sky. Stay with it. Spread the toes. Notice as the discomfort arises. That's the game. Can you play with that? You stay with sensation. Exhale. Lower the right leg. 3 more breaths in Dolphin. See if they can be the biggest, longest breaths you've taken so far. And then exhale, lower your knees to the mat. Child's pose, embryo, or puppy. So child's pose, your knees are bent. Hips go back towards your heels. Forehead rests on the ground. If you're taking puppy instead, your hips are elevated. That can sometimes feel better if you've got sore hips or knees. You can always rest your arms down by your sides, giving your shoulders a nice rest. Breathe into the back body. Keep your eyes closed. Moving to feel. So you're going to work with sensation rather than what you think it looks like. So on your inhale, rise up to hands and knees. Keep your eyes closed and just start to move here. So it could be cat-cow, lifting the heart. Exhaling, rounding the spine. Or maybe you play around with some hip circles. Just feeling into all those nooks and crannies in your body. Maybe noticing some fun pops. Some areas of soreness or places that are tight. At your own pace over the next 3 or so breaths, you'll make your way back to your first downward facing dog of the practice. Curling the toes under. Fingers spreading wide so you've got that strong foundation. Hips lift up and back. And if movement feels good, you can keep that going, at least in this down dog. Otherwise, you can find that stillness really rooting through your hands, letting the breath and the sensation be the movement. Head hangs heavy. Three more deep breaths here. You can always exhale out the mouth. Deep breath in. Exhale, step or hop to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, extending the spine. Exhale to fold it in. One more like that. Inhale, spinal extension. Exhale, move a little bit deeper into your fold. Inhale, come all the way up to standing. Arms reach overhead. Maybe a little back bend here. Exhale, hands to heart center. Grab hold of your prop. Place it in between your thighs, snug up towards the pubic bone. I didn't say throw it. Not yet, at least. Inhale, float the arms up to the sky. It's because I can't catch, so I make sure people don't throw things. Reach the arms a little bit taller. On your exhale, reach up and over to the right. Hips shift over to your left. Really root down through both feet. Breathe into this left side body. Keep opening up to that left shoulder. On your exhale, you have the option to release that right arm down. Spread through the fingers. Take 2 more huge breaths here. Keep squeezing that prop. Inhale, come all the way back up. Switch sides, reach tall. Exhale, up and over to the left. Light squeeze around your prop, equal weight through the feet. Keep the arms reaching. Option to relax that left arm down. See if you can go a little bit deeper. Inhale, come all the way back up. Exhale, hands back behind you. Either hands on the hips, thumbs pointing in, or fingertips down towards your butt. Take an inhale, lift up nice and tall. Exhale, hug shoulders on the back. Shoulder blades on the back, press down to the hands. Start to lean back, lifting and opening to the front body. Press the hands down to lift up through the heart. This feels like a lot in your neck. You can always rest the chin to your chest. Fire up the legs. Inhale, rise back up. Arms reach to the sky. Exhale, sit into a chair pose. Yep. Legs firing, heart lifting. So you're about, I don't know, what is that? Above a 90-degree angle. Lifting through the chest. Exhale, lower your hands to your thighs. Straighten the legs slightly. Moving into Uddiyana Bandha. So take a deep breath in. Exhale all the air out. Hold empty. Draw navel towards spine. When you're ready to inhale, release the belly. Take a deep breath in. We'll do that twice more. Exhale all the air out. Hold empty. Draw belly in and up. When you're ready to inhale, release the belly. Do one more at your own pace. Once you're done with that, fold forward. Release your prop, set it aside. And just hang out here in this forward fold for a few breaths. Maybe Interlacing hands and opposite elbows, getting that ragdoll action. Turn your head a little yes and no. Release the arms. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold it back in. Inhale, come all the way up to standing. Arms reach tall. Maybe that little back bend if it feels good. Exhale, hands to heart. Classical Suns. Inhale, re-extend the arms. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, step left foot back, lunge. Left knee comes down, lift and open through the torso. So we'll stay here for a few breaths, lifting to the chest. Yeah, and if it feels good to you today, keep your eyes closed as much as you can. Really work with sensation rather than what the pose you think should look like. Take one more inhale. Exhale, hands to mat. Step your way back to plank pose, that upper push-up position. Your option here is to go directly to down dog or move with me through that vinyasa, chaturanga. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. Inhale, step left foot forward, lunge. Lower that right knee down. Inhale, lift and open. Option to keep your eyes closed, opening to the chest. Relax through the shoulders. Yeah, that's it, Gina. Keep softening as you move deeper into your pose. One more inhale here. Exhale, hands to the earth, forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Arms reach overhead. Exhale, hands to heart. Let's flow here. Inhale, re-extend. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Move with your breath. Inhale, step right foot back, lunge. Keep that inhale going, lift and open. Exhale, hands to the earth. Step back to plank. Chaturanga, you can always skip it and go directly to down dog. Inhale, lift the heart. Nice, Melinda. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. Inhale, step right foot forward, lunge. Keep the inhale going, lift and open. Exhale, hands to the mat, forward folds. Drawing in through the belly, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands back, heart to center. Keep it going. Inhale, re-extend. Try to get into a rhythm here. With your breath, exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, step left foot back, lunge. Lift and open. Exhale, hands to mat, step to plank. Keep the breath going, chaturanga. Inhale, open the heart, cobra or up dog. Exhale, back to down dog. Inhale, step left foot forward, lunge. Open it up. Exhale, hands to mat, forward fold. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands to heart, center. One more round here. Inhale, re-extend. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, right foot back, lunge. Lift and open. Exhale, hands to mat, step to plank. Nice breathing, chaturanga. Inhale, peel open through the heart. Exhale, back to down dog. Nice, Jen. Inhale, step right foot forward, lunge. Lift and open. Exhale, hands to mat, forward folds. Rise all the way up, maybe that back bend at top. Exhale, hands to heart. Mountain pose, rest your arms by your sides, close your eyes. Take a moment to feel. Connect back into that strong, fluid breath. Inhale, arms reach back up to the sky. Exhale, sit back, chair pose, Utkatasana. You can keep your eyes closed. Notice how The balance is different if your eyes are closed. Maybe sit a little bit deeper, feel your thighs start to fire up. Exhale, forward folds. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale into monkey pose. So you're going to bend your knees enough that you can walk the soles of your feet onto the palms of your hands, and the toes are going to brush the back of your wrists. Knees can stay bent, or maybe your legs start to straighten so you're getting that deeper stretch in the hamstrings and the calves. And sometimes it feels good to lift up to the torso, stretch out in between the shoulders, neck area. 2 more breaths. Release, walk your feet off of your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Don't try it the other way. It'd be a somersault action. Exhale, plant your hands on the mat and just step your way back to plank pose. If this bothers your wrist, you can always come down to the forearms. Yeah, keep your hips lifted though, so you've got a lot of core action happening here. And you have a choice. You can move directly into your down dog or flow through that vinyasa. Move as slow as you can to that push-up. Inhale, lift the heart, cobra or up dog. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in down dog. Exhale out the mouth. Do that again because I didn't hear a single one of you exhale. Take a deep breath in. Exhale out the mouth. That was a little better. Inhale, extend the left leg up to the sky. This time, bend the left knee, open up through the hip. It should feel pretty good here. So equal weight through your hands so you get that little twist through the mid-spine. And if you've got tight obliques or hip flexors, breathe into those here. Inhale, re-extend the left leg. Exhale, slowly draw the left knee to outer edge of left arm. Lift between the core. Keep the leg up, yeah, there you go. Nice, Alan. Inhale, re-extend the left leg. Exhale, left knee to outer edge of right arm. So a little cross body crunch. Awesome, Gina. Inhale, re-extend the left leg. I'm going to make you hold it next time. Just kidding. Exhale, knee to chest, lift up in between the shoulders. Now step the foot through warrior 2. So back heel roots down. Inhale, rise up. So left knee is bent at a 90-degree angle. Back heel's rooted. That was the best switch I've ever seen. Arms are parallel to the ground. Equal weight between the 2 feet. Soften a little through the shoulders. Top of your head is reaching towards the sky. We'll come into a basic reverse warrior. So flip that left palm to the sky. On your exhale, reach up and back. Right hand can support you either on the right hip or start to work its way down the right leg. So you two go the other way. There you go. Yeah, perfect. Open up through this left side. Maybe close your eyes and notice the balance challenge. Notice when you don't have all the distractions, what it feels like. And notice how you try to distract yourself. Coming into a neck stretch, simply reach that left arm forward. Relax the head even more towards the right shoulder. And then really weave the breath through that left side of your neck. Maybe moving the jaw around a little bit. Close your eyes, feel. left hand, come back up through center, straighten out the left leg for triangle pose. So you may want to shorten your stance. I always think of the little teapot song when I lead everyone into this pose. Reach as far forward as you can with your left hand. Exhale, lower the left hand down to your shin, block, or earth. Right arm reaches straight up to the sky. Breathing here, spreading from fingertips to fingertips. My favorite visualization in this pose is you're trying to fit yourself in a single plane so you could fit into a toaster. One of my first yoga teachers used to say that. I love it. Bless you. Find your breath. Intentional and strong here. Exhale, bring the right arm behind your back. If that feels like too much, you can always bring the right hand to the hip, so either behind the back or on the right hip. Moving into Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. So shifting the weight into your left leg, bend into the left knee, rock forward. Left hand comes to the outer diagonal, right leg lifts up. So maybe it feels okay with this arm behind your back, stay there. Or if you want more of the expansive variation, reach the right arm to the sky. Find your balance. And just experiment. Maybe bending that right knee, come into a bind. Grabbing hold of that right foot. Extend the arm and leg. Exhale, right hand to the ground. Hug the right knee into your chest. Option to step the right foot in to meet the left for a basic forward fold, or turn this into the single-legged forward fold. Right leg reaches straight up to the sky. Fold the torso even closer towards that left leg. Maybe even wrapping the left arm behind the calf. For the last few breaths, if you'd like to play around with handstand hops, you'll walk your hands about a foot in front of the foot and 12 inches in front of the foot. And then work with getting a little air time. Exhale, step the right foot to the back of your mat. Bend into that left knee. Right hand stays on the ground. Back knee can come down for support. Come into your spinal twist. Inhale. Left arm reaches up to the sky. Yeah. Beautiful. Spread from fingertips to fingertips. Lift up out of that right shoulder and then connect into your breath. So as your mind wanders, come back to sensation. Come back to breath. Exhale, lower the left hand down. Fire up the legs, reach the arms back behind you. Hover above this left thigh, shoulder blades hug spine. Inhale, come all the way up, crescent lunge, arms reach the sky. Now revisiting that heart opener. Exhale, bring hands to your hips. Start to press the hips down, start to lift up and open through the chest. Yeah, so really pressing the hips down so you get more of a lift rather than a crunch to the low back. 3 more breaths here. Inhale, bring the torso back up. Re-extend the arms. Exhale, hands all the way down to the mat. Listen carefully. Press down through the hams. Inhale, float that left leg up and back, 3-legged down dog. Bend the left knee, open up through the hip. If you want to flip your dog and take a wild thing, you can. Shifting the weight into the right hand, lift up and open. And then flip it back over. Re-extend the left leg if it's not already. Exhale, left leg comes through for pigeon on this side. You knew there had to be a reward after that entire sequence on one side. So take a moment, lift up first so you've got a little bit of strength in your pose. And then as it feels right, ease your way deeper into the stretch. And if this bothers your knee joint or your ankle joint, you can always come onto your back. Yeah, good, Kathy. Take a reclined variation. You can also place a prop under your hip. Tune into your breath. And stay with sensation here. Notice that desire to avoid or to shift. Can you work with the stillness? More breaths. Maybe you can relax a little deeper into the pose. And always exhale out the mouth. Inhale, start to make your way out of the pose. Take about 5 or so breaths to get back to down dog. So if you want to move super slow, you can do it that way. If you want to take a few cat-cows or a vinyasa, you're welcome to do that. And over the next 3 or so breaths, we'll all meet up in downward facing dog. Once you arrive in down dog, just notice the difference between the two legs. Take a deep breath in here. Exhale out the mouth. Inhale to extend the right leg slowly up to the sky. Exhale, bend that right knee, open up through the hip. Equal weight through the hands so you get that mid-spinal twist. And then direct your breath into the stretch. Maybe your lower obliques, maybe the hip flexors. Inhale, re-extend the right leg. Exhale, right knee to outer edge of left arm. It's a little cross-body movement. Inhale, re-extend. Exhale, right knee to outer edge of right arm. Inhale, re-extend. Exhale, knee to chest, puff up in between the shoulders, lift up as high as you can, then step that right foot through, warrior two. Rising with your inhale. So right knee bent towards 90 degrees, back leg straight and strong. You gotta do another flip, dude. Gotta flip again. Exactly, perfect. Spread through the fingers. Close your eyes. And just notice that intricate balance that occurs. You're constantly swaying a little bit, shifting the weight to hold yourself as steady as possible. Being aware of the breath. Reverse warrior, flip the right palm to the sky. Exhale, reach that right arm to the sky and back. Left hand on the hip. Or maybe it's working its way down the left leg. into this right side body. Perhaps testing how deep you can lunge, bending that right knee more. And then coming into your neck stretch, reach the right arm forward so it's parallel with the right thigh. Let the head hang heavy towards the left shoulder. Breathe into the neck, maybe opening and closing the jaw. Tend to hold a lot of stress in the shoulders and neck. Clamping down our voice, holding on to the shoulds. Reach through the right arm, come all the way up through Warrior Two. Straighten out through the right leg, shorten your stance. Maybe I'll just call it teapot pose. Moving into triangle, reach the right arm forward and down. Left arm reaching to the sky. Let the head hang. Take a moment to just breathe here. Seeing, or feeling rather, for all the directions you can expand your breath into. And once again, it's not about how deep you go. It's more about how you feel. Exhale, bring the left arm behind your back or to that left hip. Shift the weight into the right leg, coming into Ardha Chandras, that balancing pose. Weight shifts into the right leg, right hand to the outer diagonal. Inhale, extend the left leg up to the sky. And part of this pose is coming in and out of balance. So see what happens when you come in the pose. Maybe you fall out of it, maybe you come back in. Perhaps reaching that left arm to the sky. If you really like that bind, you can bend the left knee, grab hold of the foot. If you have the bind, re-extend arm and leg. Exhale, lower left hand down, hug your left knee into your chest. Inhale either into a basic forward fold or standing split. So either you're stepping that left foot in to meet the right or extending the left leg up to the sky, folding deeper over the right thigh. Let the head hang. Yeah, that's it. Spread the toes. See if the leg can lift a little bit higher. Nice, Jen. Good, Kathy. Spread the toes more so you've got activation. Option for the last few breaths here to play with that handstand lift. Weight shifts into the hands, maybe get a hop or two, feeling the core activate. Then slowly step the left foot to the back of your mat, coming into our spinal twist. Left hand stays grounded. Inhale, peel that right arm up to the sky, opening into your twist. Draw the right shoulder blade onto the back. And then lift up through the right side of the chest. So you're puffing up. Filling that area up with breath and awareness. Notice if you're trying to look up to the sky, trying to crank your way deeper into the pose, let your core, let your center guide you rather than your head. Exhale, lower the right hand down. Fire up the legs, reach the arms back behind you. Draw shoulder blades onto the back. Feel all of that intensity, all that fire. Come all the way up to standing. Arms reach the sky. Exhale, hands onto your hips. Come into that heart opener. Press the hands down. Start to lift up and lean back. Really pressing into the hips so you've got more space for the spine to grow long. Inhale, come back up, re-extend the arms. Exhale, hands all the way down to the mat. Press down to the hands. Reach the right leg up and back, three-legged down dog. Bend the right knee, open back up. Maybe come into wild thing. Lifting your dog if you'd like. And then flip it back over. Exhale. Bring the right leg through for pigeon on this side. Once again, whatever variation you'd like here. But take a few breaths with that lift, with that strength. And then ease into the deep stretch. Moving with your breath. So it's not about how deep you can go. Yoga's all about experimenting with your body. Experiment with your body, your thoughts, your feelings. Working on staying present with what's arising rather than distracting ourselves. Can you soften a little more? Take about 5 more breaths. Last breath or two, let it go out the mouth. Imagine some of the stress or the emotion, the intensity of your week, just letting go of that exhale. Then we'll make your way onto our back. So if you're on your back already, you can just stay. If you're folded over that right leg, walk your way back up. Remove any props. Sit over onto your right side and wrap that left leg around. And come all the way down onto your back. Hug your knees into your chest. Get a little rocking side to side. And we're either going to move into a shoulder stand or Viparita Karani. So if shoulder stand is part of your practice, you're going to lift your legs up, hands on your hips, extend the legs to the sky. If that's too much for your neck, your shoulders, or your back, you're simply going to lift your hips up and place your prop under your hips. So you still get that inversion, but you're not putting any stress on the neck or the back body. So while you hang out here, you have a few options. You can simply stay with your legs extending to the sky, just letting gravity do its trick. Or maybe you start to windmill the legs, or rather helicopter the legs, a different moving thing. Maybe coming into a twisted root. Maybe coming into a lotus or half lotus. We'll take about 5 or so more breaths, shifting, moving here. If it feels good, you can come into a plow pose, legs reach overhead for a few breaths. And then as you're ready, remove the prop if you have it. Lower your hips to the ground. Take a moment to even out, and then extend your legs, arms overhead, just that full body stretch. And from here, you can either go directly into Shavasana, arms resting by your sides, legs softly open. Or if there's any final movements your body is craving, take your time for those. So we'll eventually all arrive in Shavasana, but there's no rush to get there. Eventually, letting gravity press you towards the earth, allowing the earth to hold and support you, and to truly just be, surrender, melt these last few minutes of class. your body. And slowly roll over to one side. In a moment for this symbolic reawakening. With your eyes still closed, press your way up to a seat on your mat. Inhale, reach arms up overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Just take a moment for gratitude for yourself, for this time you spent on your mat, with your body, with your breath. Acknowledging that it's not easy to get here, it's not easy to stay. Have a fabulous rest of your Saturday. Namaste.